Right, here we go.
We're just trying to get everything out, obviously, after auction, really, so the usual routine. Just been busy.
We don't have anything else, do we? Just go on, don't you? Go on, get stuck in.
Just shove this forwards.
You pushing? No, not yet.
These next 2 weeks will just be hard out, flat out, all the time. Oh, that's easier. It's just a big clear out, and then within sort of 2 weeks, another load coming back in.
With all that going on, I haven't actually seen Derek.
Well, yeah, to be fair, he did pop up for a couple of hours yesterday, and then went.
Oh, free as a bird.
I actually don't know where he is. I don't know.
How's it in the office?
Busy.
Yeah, keep it round.
I've seen a lot of people here today. The person I have not seen is Derek.
Yeah. Tend not to see him after auction, to be honest. Tends to stay down at Fortley or he's usually out collecting something. So.
Iconic, yeah. It's huge. There's something about being in a Hummer and driving a Hummer. It's all American. When you do see one over this side of the water, it's like, wow, that's cool. Or it is in my book anyway. And it's the fact that sitting in the driver's seat, you actually can't reach the other side. That's quite funny. But yeah, no, they are cool.
The Hummer's origins lie with the American military, when the Pentagon made a $1 billion order for a high-mobility, multi-purpose wheeled vehicle, Humvee for short. The beast of a vehicle had a suitably well-muscled fan, the one and only Arnold Schwarzenegger, who was so impressed by the Humvee that he persuaded the manufacturers to make a consumer version. The Hummer was born. These gas-guzzling behemoths ruled the roads for almost 2 decades, until a combination of General Motors' financial problems and high fuel prices saw the Hummer range axed. But it wasn't the end, because the Hummer is back, with 80,000 pre-orders for its relaunch as a gargantuan electric vehicle. The big beast still costs a small fortune, though.
I think it's too nice to take off-road. I mean, I assume they'd be good, wouldn't they? I mean, they're big and tall and wide and that. But this one's done 28 or 29,000 mile, I think. So no, I wouldn't take it off-road, no way. It's too good. It'd have to be a pavement princess for me, I think. Yeah, everything's just twice the size it is over here, isn't it, really? Oh, it's just, you know, everybody says stuff's like a magic carpet. That's a magic carpet. It really, really is. There you go. Yeah, it's just huge, isn't it? It's taking up the space of about 3 cars in here anyhow, isn't it? No, I don't think it is very practical. I think it'll use more fuel to get anywhere than anything else would. I mean, you can get lots of people in it, can't you? And you can travel in comfort, but yeah, I suppose when you drive around, if you want to get looked at all the time, then you buy one of these, don't you?
They look robust, let's put it like that. I mean, yeah, they're all right for what they are. It's unusual, it's different, especially in Pickering. We don't see many of them flying about.
Oh, this is a fair machine, the Hummer. Blimey, what a motor. It speaks for itself there, look at it.
Really expensive, brand new.
I can imagine, I dread to think what they cost new. Yeah, she's the H2, she's a 2006 model, a 6-litre, obviously petrol, automatic, 4x4. Yes, this is a ULEZ compliant, believe it or not. 28,000 miles showing, one owner since the import into the UK. There we go, look, what a machine. Where are we then? I see 16,000 then and away in one. 16,102, 3, 4, 16,400, 5 here with me at 16,500.
Tell me when you want to jump in.
506, 16.6 and 7. Then that looks a lot of car for that. At 16,708, he says, 9 back at you.
Slowing down a little bit on the internet.
At 16,900, 17,000, he says, at 17. It's provisional, but we'll make a phone call. Think it's worth more. At 17,000, are we all done?
Yes.
For the first, provisional for the second, third and last time.
Right, it's 17,000 provisional. All right, nice to speak to you. All right, thanks a lot. Take care, bye, thank you.
He was pleased, he wanted to sell it, so I think he's happy. Oh, we'll have fun with this one then, but yeah, all right, thank you, bye-bye. He had a brand new Hummer at £50,000 some years ago. He just loves them. More comfortable than his Bentley, so there you go.
When you're in a Hummer, you can do anything you want. We can see over the hedges, go anywhere you want, up, down dale, across anything. We're so lucky having this, you know, so lucky.
The resplendently blue Hummer hasn't travelled much further than its hefty wheelbase to find a new home. It stayed in Yorkshire. It's now owned by retired businessman John Paley, and he's loving it.
Oh, it's just like riding on air. It's just pure elegance. It's just pure comfort. It's just so silky. It just takes everything in its stride, you know. You feel absolutely nothing with the big tyres and the air suspension, the ride comfortability, and everybody had said, oh, I can't believe it, I can't believe it.
John loves showing off his new purchase.
It's a main machine. Yeah.
Look at tyres, you know, it just looks the part, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Today, it's his grandkids, Connie, Will and Jacob.
It is, yeah, it's like new, isn't it?
Blooming handles come off, that's brilliant, isn't it?
Even the odd fault is easily sorted.
That's it, it's back on. That's blooming typical, isn't it?
And this is no short-term fling. It's a long-term love affair that started when John hooked up with a friend who was a car dealer.
Let me have a look at one of the Hummers, and as soon as I heard it, as soon as I saw it, just poised, lovely. I said, right, order me one. And that was my first one in 2002, it was a black one. I had that 2 or 3 years, and I got a pickup one called a Soot, which had the bull bar on the front. And then I woke up one morning and I realised I had 8 cars, and I thought, why do I need 8 cars? And we had them all sold within a week. Everybody thought I'd gone bankrupt because I sold all these cars, which I hadn't.
But the Hummer bug never totally disappeared, and a trip to Pickering revived it.
This Hummer was sat there, and I just walked around it, opened the doors, looked. I said, it's mine, I'm having it. Simple as that.
The bug was well and truly back. After buying the blue Hummer, he bought a black one to go with it.
It's cool, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, it's not the first one, but maybe might not be the last one either, but definitely a head turner.
All the seats are feel rock hard, nice and comfy. Go to sleep if you're on a long car drive if you want.
They just go anywhere. You can take them off-road and go anywhere you want. And people get out of your way so you feel like the boss.
It's great to look at on the drive, but it's out on the road where John and the Hummer are happiest.
A Hummer, well, there's nothing like it. It is, to me, the vehicle. My wife thinks I'm having a midlife crisis. even though I'm nearly 70. So she said, if another one comes, she's going.